Hello everyone, my name is Matthew here at Crescentville doing a subgraded card review from the 1995-1996 Fleer Metal Series, the Insert Nuts and Bolts, featuring Michael Jordan. Two different copies here. You've seen us grade this card numerous times on the channel. If you watch past videos, feel free to watch past videos. Feel free just to watch this video. Appreciate you watching. Disclaimer, all the grades in these videos, all the grades that I do, essentially is just my own best assessment and rating the condition of the card. I cannot guarantee that these ratings, these grades, will cross over to other grading companies. I can't guarantee it's going to increase or decrease the monetary value of the card. What I am saying is this is my best assessment because I feel like every expensive card, even the lesser expensive cards, should have some form of visual review. And then you can kind of watch the video, see what you like, and then cross back over to the eBay page, see if it's there. And we have new stuff coming up all the time. So there you go. Bit of the channel, bit of how we do it. What we're doing right now is the same card twice. And what's nice is we have a CGC, same card, basically rated out of 10. And we have this here as a being able to reference kind of corners, the edges, and then saying, okay, definitively is the corners to this card, is the edges and better, or is this card have room for improvement and then therefore not hitting the 10 mark. I'm taking up close photos of them, and we'll just take a close look at the corners and we'll see how well they stack up against the corners here and the sharpness. Because for a card to get a 10, you really want almost perfection on the corners, and that's hard to get over 30 years. So I just want to take a look at these corners here. And then as we're reviewing the corners on the other cards, which will be number 185 will be first on the right, and 186 will be on the left. We'll start with the one on the right. But yeah, as I kind of put together my assessment, I really like being able to cross-reference a graded card that, does align with other. So like that's what I'm going to be looking for, is the space between the right of the two and below it. That feels pretty symmetrical, a little bit maybe bottom heavy if anything. So here what I like to also do is look and see how many, I call it rivets, to the right from the card, which is about 2 or 3. Should almost sometimes align to the amount of rivets to the top, would be nice. But I also take into consideration both sides of the card, and it's centering the symmetrical, how many, essentially, is it millimeters, from the edge to some of these anchor points is what I look for. But yeah, and the surface of the card, just brilliant, like no scratches, no indentations. That's what we're looking for in a 10. So yeah, before we dive into our grade, I think it's great seeing how another company has graded a 10 of it. And I would say it's definitely harder to, I think we've done this card probably 4 times now, and it's in between a 9 and a 9.5 each time we've done it. So we'll see what we get this time. The first one is 185 on the right. So yeah, like the centering to it, we were just talking about having kind of a symmetrical, even space from the left of the card to the top of the card, and then how that rates to the back. So that was pretty close to the spacing, I would say, that we just saw on the 10. I think the spacing on the next card's a little different. So because it's like we can kind of almost see how much space is at the tip of this bolt going to the left compared to the top. And then we also have the space here. And then also how that reflects back here. So like I would say the centering on this is a 10 for me, and this is a 9.5 is how my calculations work. When I look at the front and the back of the card, that's just how I'm going to be rating these two cards. 9.5 on this centering and a 10 on the next. Just the spacing was a little more symmetrical on the next card, on the back underneath the 2s. And even though that 10 there they might be measuring it there, I still would like the front and back anchor points to be as consistent as possible, if that makes sense. So we'll take a look at the edges and corners next, kind of all in one swoop. So this edge looks really nice. I don't see hardly any imperfections on the edge. So edges, I could probably go 954 because I don't see anything that really stands out. So 9.5 on edges for this one. Corners, I'm thinking back to the sharpness and the definition of the corners to the 10. And, this looks overall pretty good. I don't have too many points of where it's not as sharp as those. Possibly this corner. So like a 9.5 on corners. Maybe a 9. Corners 9. Because I think this one gives me most. Maybe no, it does have kind of some whitening around edges. Yeah. Is it a 9? Yeah, I think that's fine. Because there's probably, if we take closer looks, possibly some less than strong is what we saw on the 10. Strong, sharp corners. Okay, so what we ended up there was a 9 on that. We're looking for a surface now. Looks good. Didn't really see anything on the front. I think there is a bit of like an indentation on this card on the surface here. You can kind of see on his face at certain light. So we'll take that down at 8.5 on the surface. Kind of in the micro scratch area. That's why we'll review each card. So surface 8.5, corners 9, edges 8.5, 9.5, centering 9.5. So quick number smashing, 2 9s and a 9.5 averaged out. Overall, we'll give that card a 9. Yeah, I think that surface issue that we saw in the back brought it down from a 9.5 to a 9, but that is completely normal when the cards are almost 30 years old. Is it disappointing? Yeah, but we'll just start off with surface. On 186, we've already found that the centering was a little bit closer to alignment than the previous card, but this card we will take a look at the surface, see if we can see anything. Micro scratches happen and we call them out basically. Well, this card has less imperfections on the surface, probably going, 9.5 on the surface. Currently centering 10. We'll take a look at corners. Kind of on the 8.5 there. 9 to 9.5. Sharper at the bottom. So probably 9 on corners. Yeah, we'll go 9 on corners. Edges. Really nice. Might go actually 8-5 on corners. Just for like this bottom one down here, there's another one that I just felt like it was a little too light. Edges is good. Edges is probably in between 9 and 9.5. End up with edges 9. Alright, so we have in between an 8.5 and a 9.5 is a 9. So 2 9s and a 10, and then you average out a 10 to a 9 is 9.5. So either 9.5 or a 9. And we just did a 9. I think it's slightly better than that. I'm probably going to end up with a 9.5 on this one. But we do note that the corners are 8.5. So yeah, thank you for watching. Continue to watch. Have a great day.